This episode of Logan Chops Reviews is sponsored in part by Ion Games. It's in our nature. The Giveaway Geek. The Getting Geeky with Game Relief podcast. Hello everyone, Logan here with another preview. This one's for Kill Merlin. It's going to be on Kickstarter on September 18th. It's by Schuman Family Games. It's for 2 to 4 players, and it's supposed to play in about 30 minutes per player, but we've actually found it takes a little less time than that. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at the board and the cards and everything. So let's go ahead and get rid of this the box top right there and show you the game board. So the game board is set out in 4 different quadrants. You can see you've got fire, earth, wind, and water right here. And in these 6 spots, you will shuffle up the spells for the appropriate quadrant and place them randomly face up in there. And the spells will determine what you are going to be able to learn when you learn the spells. Up here is your Merlin cards. You'll have the deck on one side and the discards on the other one, because Merlin gets a turn in between the last player and the first player. You'll turn over a card for Merlin. And down here you have the little tableau for your ingredient cards. Ingredients are used to purchase the spells or learn the spells as you go along. You'll be able to buy these cards down here. There'll be 3 that are always face up available. There'll be the deck right there and the discards over there for whenever you learn spells. So let's go ahead and take a look at the cards. Okay, so let's take a look at the pieces for the game. Let's start from the bottom, work our way up. So right here you have 2 6-sided dice. Self-explanatory. They're 6-sided dice. You roll them. Whenever you roll them at the beginning of your turn, you will earn mana tokens. Like these. This one's a 5. This one is a 1. The stack goes in the middle of the game board, and keep track of it. You'll see it during the gameplay. Just to let you know that all the pieces that you see here are for the prototype. They're not indicative of the final product in the game. So anything can change. I know for a fact that the wizard tokens will change. We'll get those in a moment. But for I'm not sure if they're going to include these little chits with the wizard tokens or not, but they gave us the option to use either one in the video. Because whenever you learn a spell, you'll put a token onto a spell to show that it is learned. You've learned that spell, and this shows that your token is charged. And then whenever you cast a spell, you would flip it over to the other side, which has nothing on the other side, to show that your wizard token is depleted. So you can either use these chits right here, which are double-sided, or you can use these actual wizard tokens. And these are not going to be the final product for the game. These are just the prototype printed ones for us to use for that. You can see it's a little wizard guy there, and his hat comes off. You know, whenever he has the hat on, it shows that he's charged, just like the electricity bolt over there. And whenever you cast the spell, you take the hat off to show that he's depleted. These are pretty basic ones. They're going to have better ones for the actual Kickstarter. And I've been promised that the hats will stay on better, because they kind of just tip off. So don't let these pieces discourage you from the game. Check out the Kickstarter page, see what they're actually going to look like. So on the board, we have ingredient cards, which you'll be able to buy a maximum of 3 per turn, either from the tableau that's on the board, which they'll cost 2 each when you buy them there, or you can blind buy from the deck, which you'll take the top card for 1, and then you put it in your hand without showing anybody else. Of course, you won't know which one it is either. You know. So we can take a look at some of these ingredients. You have the gargoyle wing. You like that, and it's represented by the gargoyle wing. Let's just take a couple of griffin's feather, egg of snarf, blood of the undead. You got a bunch of different kinds of ingredients, and you'll use these whenever you're learning your spells that are on the board. Dragon's Tooth, Slime of Toad. Let's see if I can get this one. Now there's the mimic. If you buy the mimic, you can use the mimic to replace any other ingredient in the game, and this is important, and you'll see it in the gameplay, because a lot of these don't come up. And if at any time whenever you turn out to fill the tableau on the board, if there's double of any of these that are out, all 3 of the cards get discarded and 3 new cards are placed out. So you see I got Dragon's Tooth there, and I have Blood of the Undead. If I had these like that, I'd have to discard all 3, turn out 3 new ones. So like I said, they are used to cast spells. You've got 6 for each one of those elements: fire, wind, earth, and water. And you see, let's take these fire ones, just for example right here. They're set up where you have 2 different ingredients at the top right there. In this case, we've got the eyeball there and the brain juice one there. I think it's Eye of Newt. It is the ingredient. So whenever you learn a spell, you have to discard these cards from your hand, plus pay 3 mana to be able to place your token on here to show that it's learned. Of course, when you place your token on there, you place it as charged. So whenever you want to cast the spell and do its ability, if you want to at any time, you'll have to pay this much mana right there. In this case, it's 3 to cast this spell, Flaming Dice. And whenever you do it, you do the little ability here. It says, roll the dice. Every other wizard returns that many mana tokens to the pool. So you can choose to do it when or not. This right here, this E right here, shows that it is cast at the end of turn, because you get a chance to cast at the beginning of your turn, and those cards will have a B on them. Or you can cast a spell at the end of your turn, and it'll have an E like this. Now, some of them have B/E, which means you can cast them at the beginning or the end of the turn, like Fiery Stealth right here, where it has B/E. So just a little example of some of those cards there. You'll have Merlin cards, which Merlin gets a turn in between the first and the last player, and that will be shown by this card here. You'll put that on the board between the first and last player with the arrow pointing in the direction it goes around. Like this way, it would be going around this way, because some of the Merlin cards you have whenever he plays will cause you to flip it around and change rotation in the game. Now, the Merlin cards have different abilities and stuff that Merlin's going to do to try to mess with you or help you on your journey to try to kill him. Like this one right here, Bad Investment. Wizards must return all their mana tokens to the pool. Boo. Let's go get one from the middle of the deck. Clouded Brain. Reverse the order of play. Wizards cannot learn spells until after Merlin's next turn. So it'll just keep going around the board, and when it gets to Merlin's next turn, you'll be able to learn new spells. So there's a bunch of different advantages and disadvantages with that deck. And you only turn over 1 card on Merlin's turn. It's like the last player will finish their turn. They'll go to Merlin's turn. You'll turn over the card. You'll do the ability. And then the first player will proceed with their turn after the effects are taking place. Now, the way that you kill Merlin in the game is that everybody at the beginning of the game will get one of these secret formula cards. You shuffle them up, you deal 1 card out to everyone secretly. And these cards on the back have a diagram of the player board. And you can see some of the spots are highlighted. There's 1 in each one of the quadrants: the fire, the earth, the wind, and the water. There's one of these that's highlighted. So whenever you have one of your tokens, your wizard tokens, let me get like one of these here, on one of these spots, you've got 1 there, 1 there, 1 there, and 1 there, or whichever it is on your secret formula, and you have 20 tokens. At the end of your turn, you can pay your 20 tokens, flip over your secret formula card to show that you have 1 guy in each one of these 4 spots, and you have to say, it's in the rules, you have to say, "And with that, I have killed Merlin," in a smug voice, and you win the game. Now, these are all set up differently, as you can see. So nobody's going to have the same one, and everybody is going to not know where the other player is placing theirs. So some of these spells actually let you manipulate the other player's tokens on the board. Some of the spells will let you take players' tokens off the board or switch them with yours. So you can really mess with people in the game. So let's go ahead and get to the gameplay. Alright, we got everything set up for the game for Kill Merlin. We've already shuffled up Merlin's deck and the ingredient deck. So at the beginning of the game, you have to take your cards for the different spells in the quadrants. You can see fire, earth, water, and wind. You shuffle them up face down and turn 1 each out into one of these 6 spots. So let's go ahead and do that. Everybody grab one. Okay, we've got myself over here. I'm going to be represented by the red wizard tokens right there. Gothy's being represented by the green wizard tokens. And Monkey is being represented by the yellow wizard tokens over there. We've got our mana tokens in the middle. Get all our spells out over here. And then, Gothy, if you want to give everybody 5 mana tokens to start out with, because everybody starts out with 5 mana tokens. I'm going to get these earth ones all shuffled up over here. And now you see these spots with these spells. They have either dots above them, 4 dots above them, or 4 dots below for the cards that are on the bottom. These, whenever you learn a spell, you're supposed to place your wizard token when you learn a spell on one of these dots right there. Oh, my hat fell off. To show that you've learned those spell, but you don't have to put them on the spell. You can actually put them on, or you put them right on the spell. Either way, you know, sometimes they'll get cluttered on there when you're trying to read spells and this and that. Oh, my hats are falling off. Remember that these are just prototypes, that the final cards, or the final wizard tokens, will actually be printed tokens. Alright, we've got Merlin's little token here showing that the turn is going clockwise like this, and it's going to be starting with me, so he will have his turn after Monkey over there. We've got our secret formula cards that I will give a quick shuffle. And then at the beginning of the game, everybody gets one of these secret formula, because the purpose of the game is to have 1 token in each of the spots in a quadrant. We'll set those off to the side, so that whenever you have the end of your turn, if your wizard tokens are in each quadrant that's on your secret formula, and you have 20 tokens at the end of your turn, you can pay the 20 tokens, flip over your secret formula card, and say, and with that, I have killed Merlin. And let's just, I'll show the camera real quick. I don't know why I look at the camera. Say my spots are right there, you know. So I'll have to get my spots over there into those 4 spots. Let me take a look at myself. Oh, that's easy. Anyway. So, ha. Nobody was looking at the camera, right? You guys see it? No? The reflection of the camera? Alright.
I didn't even see it.
Yeah, I don't think you did.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the secret formula.
Yeah.
I was like, secret formula.
Okay, so before I start my first turn, we all start with 3 ingredients each. We got our stack of ingredients out here, if I can get the cards up. And we will pass out 1, 2, 3 to you. 1, 2, 3 to you. And 1, 2, 3 to myself. And then we will turn out 3 for the tableau. And if any 2 cards are ever the same here in our 3 ingredient row there, they automatically get scooped up, discarded, and 3 new ingredients come out, which kind of sometimes messes you up. You're playing your turn out, you're like, okay, I'm going to buy that next turn, and then you buy something that flips it out, and all of them go away, and it's there. So, your turn begins with, at the beginning of your turn, you can cast a spell if your wizard token is on one of these spells and you have enough mana to cast it. Obviously, at the beginning of the game, there's no wizard tokens on the board, so we go to the next step. The next step is to roll your dice and see how many wizard tokens you generate. Oh, sorry, mana tokens. That's right, thank you. Mana tokens, not wizard tokens, mana tokens. I have 5, so I will take 5 mana tokens right there. And then it goes to the phase where you can buy ingredients from the board, or you can learn spells. Ingredients that are in the tableau here cost 2 mana tokens. If you want a blind draw from the top of the deck, it only costs 1 mana token, but you can only buy 3 cards max on your turn from the tableau or from the deck. Or you can learn a spell. Learning a spell takes 1 of the 2 ingredients plus 3 mana. That must be paid to the pool right here. So let me go ahead and take a look at what I have and what is on the board, because everything changes each game. Alright. So I am going to go ahead and I will pay 3 mana. So I will get change back from that 5. I will discard a feather and a juice or blood of the undead juice box to put one of my wizard tokens on swirling embers, and I will learn that spell. And it's an end of the turn spell, which costs 6 if I wanted to cast it. Let's see. Is there anything else that I can do on my turn? Let me see what I have in my hand. No, it does not look like there's anything. I want to fill my hand up, though. It's the beginning of the game. So I'm going to pay to buy this Egg of Snarf right here. Snarf, yes. And the card will come out there. I'm going to go ahead and cash this 5 in right there for get 3 change to buy that Orc Burger right there. And there's an Eye of Newt. And let me see. And then I'll go ahead and I'll pay 2 again for my 3rd buy. I'm going to buy this Slime of Toad right here. And we'll have a Dragon's Tooth come out. Now, at the end of my turn, I can cast any spells that have an E on it. At the beginning of the turn, I can cast spells that have B's on them if I have my guy on there. But I don't have 6 mana, and I really don't feel like casting Swirling Embers right now, which would let me move other players' wizard tokens on the board. And then it's the end of my turn. I go ahead and pass to the Gothy, since obviously I don't have 4 guys on the board in their appropriate spots, and don't have 20 mana. Gothy has rolled 7, so she will get 7 mana.
I'm going to spend 1 to blind draw.
Alright.
I will spend 1 more to blind draw one more time.
That's your,
hopefully.
That's your 2nd buy.
So many ways to go when you first start.
Yeah, when you first start. So many ways. But whenever you learn a spell, I should mention this. I didn't mention this before. Whenever you learn a spell in a quadrant, the first spell always has to be connected to these yellow lines coming out from Merlin's face right here. And then you're able to learn spells that are adjacent to each other in there. But the first spell you have to learn in a quadrant is always one of the ones connected to Merlin here. And so we have 4 choices at the beginning.
Okay, I'm going to spend, or pay 3 mana, get 2 back.
Okay.
I'm going to play the Griffin Feather and a Mimic to substitute for a Brain.
Alright.
And I'm going to put my Wizard on Shifting Wind.
Okay, so you learn the Shifting Wind spell, which is a beginning and end of turn spell that costs 3 to cast.
And for my 3rd purchase, I will buy the Eyeball.
Eye of Newt. Alright, let's see what we have come out next. Another Egg of Snarf.
I'm done.
And you're done with your turn? Alright, play passes over to Monkey.
I got 5 mana. And I will use 2 of my mana to buy the Egg of Snarf.
Alright. And we have a Slime of Toad on the board.
And then I can pay the rest of these 3 mana to place down Brain Juice and an Egg of Snarf and put my token on this one.
Alright, so she is learning Earth and Grasp, which is an end turn spell that costs 8 to cast.
And I will buy from here the Blood of the Undead.
Okay. And then we have, it's another Dragon Tooth. So anytime we have 2 cards that are the same in there, we have to discard all 3 and turn out 3 new spells. 1, 2, and 3. Oh, look, we got 2 Eggs of Snarf and a Mimic, so those 3 get discarded. I know that Mimic went away. Everybody loves Mimics because they count as any card. You can use them as any card. Hey, it's another Mimic. I have a feeling I know what Monkey's going to buy. There's 2 for that Mimic to get bought. And I knew. It should also be noted that if you ever have over 5 cards in your hand and you acquire another ingredient card, that either from another player or from buying in the tableau or blind buying, that you have to discard immediately once you get 6 cards in your hand. You can never have more than 5 cards in your hand.
You done?
Yeah.
Yep.
My turn is over.
Okay. So now it goes to Merlin's turn, which we turn over a card, Merlin's deck. What does it say?
Rolling for mana. Each wizard rolls the dice, takes that many mana tokens from the pool, and says, "Thanks, Merlin."
Well, yeah, because sometimes Merlin is a nice wizard. Most of the time, he is not a nice guy. Okay, yeah. Let's see. Oh, I get 9 mana. Thanks, Merlin. 2, 3, 4, and that's 9 mana for me. Yeah. Let's see how many mana Merlin's going to give you.
10.
Oh, 10 mana.
Thanks, Merlin.
5.
Yep.
Thanks, Merlin.
Yep. 5 for you. Okay, it's the beginning of my turn, but I don't have any of my tokens on a beginning of turn spell since my token's on Swirling Embers, which is an end of turn spell, so I can't cast that one. Let me look at my cards and see exactly what I'm going to do. Alright, I think I have it. Let's go ahead. At the beginning of my turn, let's go ahead and roll these dice. 7 mana. Got all this pile of mana over here. Better start using it. I'm going to go ahead and pay 2 to buy this brain juice right here. Oh, there's a mimic. I'm just going to go ahead and preemptively... I got 5 cards in my hand. Okay, I'm going to pay 3 there. And I'm going to discard a brain juice and egg a snarf to go ahead and learn this earthen grasp myself. Now, wizard tokens that are different can be on the same card, but you can never have 2 of your own wizard cards on, or wizard tokens on the same card. Now I will go ahead and buy 2. Now my hand's clear a little bit, and I will grab this mimic right there. That's my second buy, correct?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Oh, let me see what I want to do. I do not know. All right, just to do it. Yeah. Let's go ahead and pay 3 from this 5, so I'll take 2 chains. Change. There we go. So I will play the Orc Booger and a Mimic to stand in for a Brain, and I am going to learn Controlling Wave over here. And then, yeah, I've got 7 mana, so I could cast some of these spells. I could cast that one at the end of my turn. I could cast Controlling Wave at the end of my turn, but I don't feel like it right now. I'm going to pass my turn to Gothy. Okay. Are you done?
Yeah.
Okay. So now we got Merlin's turn. There we go. Insulting Exile. Each wizard must remove 1 of his or her wizard tokens from the spell board. Oh, okay. I'm gonna. Oh, that messes up my plans. Oh, what I have in my hands. I'm gonna remove this one from Controlling Wave. Darn you, Merlin!
I'm gonna remove this one.
Give it. Take it away.
You removed yours. All right. So my turn. So beginning of my turn, I'm actually gonna cast a spell. I'm going to pay 4. Get 1 change. I'm going to cast Hot Gamble. Roll 1 die while exclaiming Hot Gamble. If 1 to 5 on the die, I take twice that many mana tokens from the pool. If it's a 6, I got to return all my mana tokens. So since I'm casting it, I've already paid for it. I have to take my hat off my guy to show that he's depleted. He cannot cast any spells anymore. And let's go ahead and roll this 1 die. To 2. Hot Gamble. So I get double that. I get 4 tokens from the mana pool. Alright. And then I get to roll for my turn. Let's see. Oh, I got 7 more mana. 5, 6, 7. And I'm all stocked up on some mana. Let's see. What do I want to do? Let's see what's available on the board. I'm going to go pay 1 to blind draw. I will pay 3, 1, 2, 3, and pay a brain and the booger. Let's go ahead and place my guy back on Controlling Wave. Wait. So that was just 1 buy that I had. I'll pay 1 for another blind draw. And I'll pay 1 more for a 3rd one. Let's see if I got what I need. No. Alright, that's the end of my turn. I'm going to go ahead and pass to Gothic.
Okay. I am also going to blind draw.
Okay.
Sometimes you just get those moves. Try it one more time. I'll have to discard them.
Discard some blood of the undead.
And then I'm going to pay 3, which is because I was luckily able to grab what I needed.
Oh.
Feather and the juice box.
Put you up there. Alright. And you're done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Oh, okay. It's a monkey. Now, it should be noted, I know that we cut away and we came back. But you see we've got guys at different spots on the board. Whenever you're learning spells that are adjacent, the starting one, let's say we see that Gothy has her green guy there. If she wanted to learn one, let's say her spot she needed was over here in the corner. She has to put a new guy on the board. She can't just move that token from side to side, adjacent one. She has to put a new token, either one of her stack from on the board here in an adjacent spot, or move one from like somewhere else on the board to an adjacent spot. But you never pick up your tokens and move them off the table. They're always moved. Once they're on the board, they move around the board, or they come in from the sideboard. Go ahead, Monkey. How many did you roll?
6.
6 mana. Did you grab them?
Yeah.
Awesome. What are you doing?
So, I'm going to get the egotistical.
Okay. Oh, look, it's a mimic. Okay.
Okay, now it's Merlin's turn.
So now you discard Griffin Feather, Merlin's turn. All right. Free step. Each wizard may move one of his or her tokens on the board to an adjacent space on the board within the same elemental quadrant. All right. So we get to move stuff to the same one wizard token. I'm going to move my controlling wave over one here. Gotham's going to move her green one there. Where are you going to move? Okay.
This way.
There. I'm going to put your hat back on for you. All right. All right, and that's Merlin's turn. Awesome. See, beginning of my turn. Go ahead and roll some dice. 7, 5, 6, 7 mana tokens there. All right, let's go ahead and I'm going to, now that my guy is there, I'm going to play the Gargoyle Wing and the Mimic as a Brain with 1, 2, 3 mana. To put, I'm going to have him forget Mudslide and relearn Tsunami. Right there. All right. And then let's see what we have on the board. Oh, I'm going to pay 1 to go ahead and blind draw right here. All right, and then let me shuffle these real quick. Oh, no, let's spell that, please. All right, shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. So that was my first buy. All right, let's go ahead and pay 1 to blind draw again. It's my second buy. And I'll pay 1 again and take 4 change. 1, 2, 3, 4 right there. 2 blonde dry. Blind dry? Blonde dry? No, blind draw a third time. And I will end my turn and say go, God. Yeah, I'm not going to try to talk anymore. That's it. Got some 3 mana going on.
Better than none.
Better than nothing.
Go. Oh,
Right, and it's Merlin's turn, so let's see what Merlin does.
Revenge of the Poor. The wizard with the most mana tokens swap mana with the wizard who has the least. If there is a tie for most or least, they roll the dice, and the player with the higher roll is declared most or least.
Oh, so it looks like I've got to give all my mana tokens over to you. We got swap mana tokens, it says, right? The wizard with the most mana tokens swaps mana with... Okay, so you got to give me your 11. You can get to take my 20 right there. All right. As everybody can see, Merlin has changed places. It's now between me and Gothylocks. And we're still going in the same. No, we're going counterclockwise now, aren't we? Yes. Yep, we're going backwards. But it is now my turn. Let's see what I'm doing. Hey, 8 mana. A 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm gonna take that there. How many do I have total here now? 19. Not enough yet. Alright, so let's play pass play to monkey. We're coming down to the last little bits. Everybody's vying for position, last positions. Monkey's getting 10 mana because we're all pretty close to being in our spots that we need to be in to win. You buy it. You're gonna buy that. Oh, I thought you were gonna buy the mimic. Hey.
I am.
Oh, okay. You're gonna buy the mimic also. Okay, the mimic. You get your 3 change. The mimic will be your second buy. All right, juice brain or brain juice. Juice brain. Yeah, but you're not getting that. What are you learning? Okay, dissing the mimic and the gargoyle wing.
I need the cat.
You're unlearning stone drain and moving it over to sandstorm. Oh, okay, learning sandstorm.
And then blind draw.
Okay. Was that a 5 or a 1?
That was a 5.
One of the change. I'll grab them. Yeah, there we go. And then you're done.
Yeah, now
Okay. Now it's Gothy's turn.
7. And then
You're ending your turn.
end my turn.
Okay.
I pay 20. Show everybody my secret formula, and I say, and that is how I killed Merlin.
No, that's not what you say. Oh, you're gonna say, it's so sweet. And with that,
with that, I killed Merlin.
I have killed Merlin. You can't even say it right. That means you lose.
I know.
Let's double check where you're at. You got your guy in the upper corner. You know, the gray quadrant right there. You got your guy right here in the middle. You've got your guy right here in the middle, and you got your guy in the far corner right there. Yes. So, Gothy, it looks like wins. So, yeah. Yay.
Mine was right there, and I had to give this guy right here.
One more over.
And then this guy was right here, and that guy was perfectly
the
right
corner.
there.
Yeah,
and
you
I
just
just
went
moved
off.
him right there.
Yeah, I was just waiting for extra mana because all I had to do was move this guy 2 spots over there, and I had the ingredients in my hand. All right, so that was the gameplay for Kill Merlin. So let's go ahead and get to the review. So Kill Merlin by Schuman Family Games is it's a great game. We loved playing it. The mechanics with buying the ingredients to be able to learn spells and cast spells when you can is great. The artwork is really cute. Of course, none of it is finalized. It can be changed during the Kickstarter at any time. I know there's a thing on the side of the box that says this is not the final box art. So everything you see in this video can be changing. I know for definite the wizard tokens are changing, but it's a fun, engaging game. We had a great time playing with our daughter Monkey. She had a great time playing it. You'll see it in our full gameplay where we play from beginning to end. That video is going to be coming up soon. So go ahead and check it out. It's on Kickstarter on September 18th. It's Kill Merlin by Schuman Family Games. It's an awesome time. I'm Logan for Logan Chops Reviews. Thank you for watching. Happy gaming.